Meta just released a free AI model that almost nobody is talking about yet. It beats ChatGPT on health and medical questions. It was built in just 9 months from scratch, and the billionaire behind it cost Meta $14 billion to hire. This is the full story on Muse Spark, and by the end of this video you will know exactly whether it is worth your time. Welcome back to AI Unfiltered, the channel where we cut through the hype and tell you what is actually going on in AI. Today we are going deep on Meta's brand new model, Muse Spark. What it is, who built it, where it beats the big boys, and where it completely falls flat. Let's get into it. So first, what even is Muse Spark? Most people have heard of Meta's AI through WhatsApp or Instagram. That was all powered by their Llama models, open source AI that anyone could download and use. Muse Spark is something completely different. It comes from a brand new division inside Meta called the Super Intelligence Labs. And the man running it is a 30-year-old called Alexander Wang, the founder of a company called Scale AI, who Meta paid $14 billion to bring on board. $14 billion. So when I say Meta is serious about this, I mean it. The model itself was built completely from scratch. New architecture, new data pipelines, new infrastructure, everything rebuilt from the ground up in just 9 months. They internally called it Avocado during development, which I love. And the result is a model that landed straight into the top 5 AI models on the planet on its very first day. Now let's talk about where Muse Spark actually wins, because this is the part that genuinely surprised me. Health and medical AI. This is where Muse Spark doesn't just beat the competition, it absolutely destroys them. On the hardest health benchmark in the industry, it scores 42.8. ChatGPT scores 40. Google's Gemini, just 20.6. That is less than half of what Muse Spark achieves. Meta worked with over 1,000 real doctors to build the training data for this model, and you can feel that in the results. If you ever use AI to research health questions, symptoms, or medical information, Muse Spark is now the one to use. And remember, it is completely free. Visual understanding is another strong area. It scores 80.5% on the visual reasoning benchmark, second only to Gemini. So for analyzing images, charts, and documents, it is genuinely competitive with the best models out there. And then there is something called contemplating mode, which is Meta's answer to the deep thinking features you get in ChatGPT and Gemini. It runs multiple AI agents working in parallel at the same time to solve complex problems. On one of the hardest tests in AI, called Humanity's Last Exam, Muse Spark's contemplating mode actually beats both GPT-5 and Gemini. That is not a small thing. But, and I promised you honesty on this channel, there are real gaps you need to know about. Coding. If you use AI to write code, Muse Spark is not your tool right now. It trails Claude and GPT 5 by 16 points on the main coding benchmark. Meta have openly admitted this. For developers, stick with Claude or GPT-5 for now. Agentic tasks, meaning getting AI to autonomously do things for you, browse the web, fill in forms, automate workflows. Muse Spark is not ready for that yet either. GPT-5 leads that category by a significant margin. And abstract reasoning, the kind of out-of-the-box thinking that no AI can just memorize its way through. GPT-5 and Gemini both score nearly double what Muse Spark achieves. That is the biggest gap on the whole scorecard. Now here is the big picture story that I think matters most. Meta spent years being the open source hero of the AI world. Llama was free, open, downloadable, and the developer community loved them for it. Muse Spark is closed source. You cannot download it. You cannot run it yourself. You cannot fine-tune it. Meta have essentially looked at what OpenAI and Anthropic are doing and said, we want a piece of that. And with $14 billion and Alexander Wang at the helm, they are making a serious play for the top of the table. The fact that it is free to use on Meta AI right now is genuinely significant, because it means 3 billion people across WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook could have access to a top 5 AI model without paying a penny. That puts real pressure on OpenAI and Anthropic to either lower their prices or seriously justify their subscriptions. So should you use Muse Spark? Here is my honest answer. If you have health or medical questions, yes, absolutely, use it first. If you want a capable free AI for general questions and research, yes, it is genuinely good. If you are a developer or you need AI to write code or automate complex tasks, Not yet, stick with Claude or GPT-5 for now. But keep an eye on it, because Meta have the money, the talent and the motivation to close those gaps fast. This is only version 1. The Muse series is going to get bigger. And if they can fix the coding and reasoning gaps in version 2, we are going to be having a very different conversation about who leads the AI race. That is it for today's video. If you found this useful, please smash the like button. It genuinely helps more people find the channel. And drop a comment below. Have you tried Muse Spark yet? What did you think? I want to know. Subscribe to AI Unfiltered. I watch the news, dig into the stories and do the research every single week so you don't have to. See you in the next one. And remember, keep the faith.